Denver 911. What's the address of your emergency?
There's a guy with a gun that was just like yelling at me.
A call comes out of a man walking with a gun at California and 16th.
Yeah, he had like a pistol in his hand.
We were close by.
He was super aggressive.
We both piped up on the air and said, watch us responding.
Roman got out of the parking lot first. I turned around, the parking lot took off.
So I get to 17th and
I see Roman's brake lights come on and his car kind of angles towards the sidewalk.
there I see our suspect. He's walking, and sure enough, he's got a gun in his hand. And he looks like he means business.
This doesn't happen every day, and it happens fast.
I start drawing my pistol out to start giving him commands, and I start backpedaling towards the back of the car for cover. I started yelling at him, "Please drop the gun." And before, I was gonna yell it several times, and before I could even get it out the second time, he starts bringing his gun up. Next thing I hear is a gunshot. Couldn't believe somebody was actually shooting at me. After he shot at me, I started shooting back.
I see the suspect with a gun still shooting at Roman.
I'm thinking I'm in a bad spot.
Drop the gun!
Finally made it to cover, because I don't think I was even behind the corner of my car when he shot at me, when I started shooting back.
I saw him take a few more steps, fire again, take a few more steps, fire again. And this is all while I was jumping out of the car, getting my gun out of the holster, clearing the backstop. He's running at kind of at a diagonal, shooting backwards, looking back at Roman.
I thought he was going for cover to continue the gunfight, so I kept trying to shoot him.
I look at Roman, I'm like, "Are you good?" Roman's like, "Yes, I'm good. Let's go." I remember both of us pieing the corner around, and all we see is the guy running on the sidewalk about a block ahead of us.
So I yell out, 31 David, shots fired, we got one running.
We have shots fired, one order from us.
He's the bad guy. He tried to kill someone, and even worse, he tried to kill another police officer. He tried to kill my brother in blue, my partner, and I wasn't gonna let him get away.
And we take off running after him.
So I go into the first lane of traffic along the sidewalk, putting all the light poles and trash cans along the way between us.
Adam was ahead of me because he's a much faster runner.
The suspect continues to run. We're calling it in, and I was gaining on him. As he gets up to about Tremont, I'd say, I start seeing the strobe lights bouncing off the buildings and hearing the sirens get closer.
I come around, sure enough, there's the guy.
And the officers, I think like 4 or 5 of them, ran up on him, and we were able to take him down to the ground.
Get on the ground!
And I was just like, "That's the guy. That's our suspect."
I told the sergeant what happened. That was it.
Anytime that both of us can go home, not to the hospital, the bad guy's in custody, that's a win. Whether it was perfectly executed or not, you can't ask for a better ending to that scenario. I would have chased him to the end of the world if I had to, because I didn't want him hurting anybody else.